Hello, hello, hello. Today we're going to take a look at the definition of acting. Well, there's no one definition of acting, but we're going to take a look at different people's definition of acting and kind of land on one that might work for us. I have one that I really like, and I will tell you more about that after the bump. Hello, fellow thespians. I am Doug Fall, your augmented actor, helping you augment your acting career with tips, tactics, and tech. Let's take your acting into the future. If you're new here, welcome. Nice to see your face, even though I can't see it. If you want to stick around, hit that subscribe button, and it won't do anything but help me out with subscriptions. What is acting? Many beginning acting students don't really have a full grasp on what it means to be an actor. I recently asked in the Augmented Actor Facebook group, which if you're an actor or otherwise in the performing arts, you might want to consider joining. I asked this question: what is your definition of acting? And I got a bunch of different answers. A lot of people would say things kind of esoteric, like listening and responding honestly, being really great at telling the truth, an exchange of energy, empathy in its purest form, finding yourself in a character, giving the illusion that you don't know what's going to happen next, and simply being or believing. Now, these definitions are all great and they all conjure up some sort of images, but most of them are not actionable. For instance, if you tell somebody to get up on stage and believe, well, what do? You're not told what to do by that definition. And also, many of those definitions can be done by anybody. You don't need to be an actor to believe. You don't need to be an actor to be. You don't need to be an actor to listen or respond honestly. You don't need to be an actor to exchange energy. Probably the most famous acting definition comes from Stanislavski, So We Think, and he says, acting is living truthfully under imaginary circumstances. There's a book written by Sonia Cook called 7 Pillars Acting, which I'm now reading. She likes to use Stanislavski's definition, but she also uses this phrase, to act is to transform with ease and authenticity. But then again, a caterpillar can transform with ease and authenticity, and that doesn't make the caterpillar an actor. So I promised you the best definition of acting that I have come across, and that is from Tony Barr's book, Acting for the Camera. I have a link down to Sonia's book and Tony Barr's book down below so that you can check them out yourself. So basically, Tony Barr, in his chapter Acting Defined, chapter 4, he talks about his students, and when he asks a student might say, acting is believing, and he say, okay, get up and believe, and the actor doesn't know what to do. Another actor Tony talks about says, acting is the human soul receiving its birth through art. And he says, okay, get up on stage and receive your birth through art. It can't be done. It's mishmash. It's esoteric. It's not actionable. Tony Barr says, as far as he's concerned, if the definition can't be acted, if you can't take action on it, then it's a useless definition of acting. And I kind of tend to agree. So what is Tony Barr's definition of acting? It's a long sentence, and he derives at it through a series of speculations. We go through life step by step, responding to stimuli. We take action, and then something happens, we respond to it. Life is responding to stimuli. And since acting mirrors life, then that should be one of the first steps of our definition of acting. So acting is responding to stimuli. Stimuli can be real or imagined. If you smack your shin on the coffee table, you're going to respond to that stimuli, very realistic. It can also be imaginary. If somebody says they love you or they hate you, your reaction has more of an imaginary response. Obviously, everybody that responds to stimuli is not an actor. So we want to say that acting is responding to stimuli in imaginary circumstances. Very much like Stanislavski's definition, but it goes even further. There's a certain theatricality to acting, whether it's on film or on stage. We don't mirror life exactly as it is because often life is boring and monotone. So there's some theatricality to it. So acting is responding to stimuli in imaginary circumstances in an imaginative and dynamic manner. Now, actors play characters, and there are certain restrictions that actors must face when they're playing a character. They need to be in the right time period. They need to be in the right location. So we need to bring that character into the definition. It's also a style, an approach to acting that may be based on the period, the time, the surroundings. If it's a science fiction piece, it's going to have a different style than if it's a classic drama. Acting is responding to stimuli in imaginary circumstances in an imaginative and dynamic manner that is stylistically true to the character and environment, true to time and place. So being stylistically truthful means that the production will always be contemporary to its particular time and place. If it's set in the future, it will be stylistically truthful to that future. If it's set in the past, it will be stylistically truthful to that time and place. But still, Tony Barr's definition doesn't quite nail it yet because we haven't added the most important part, which is the audience. It's what most of these definitions about acting are missing. The fact that we don't act in a void. We don't act without other people on stage with us usually, and we definitely don't act without an audience. Acting requires the communication of thoughts and ideas and emotions to an audience. So here we have Tony Barr's definition of acting in full. Acting is responding to stimuli in imaginary circumstances in an imaginative, dynamic manner that is stylistically true to time and place, so as to communicate ideas and emotions to an audience. That helps us with acting and where we need to go with our acting training. If we're responding to stimuli, we need to work on our body. The very base level of acting is working on our body so that we can respond truthfully to stimuli, whatever stimuli it is. Opening up our vessel to respond to whatever stimuli is coming our direction. This process can take years to do, to break up all these things, and that's what an acting teacher's job is to get the body ready to act. And then the next step of acting is learning the craft of acting, how to emote, how to do all those different things that actors need to do and do them truthfully. One thing that Tony Barr adds as an observation is that an audience can only receive this information from you through sight and sound. They don't feel, taste, or smell you. Well, let's hope not. Basically, everything you need to communicate has to be physicalized or spoken. And so those are the primary senses that you're going to be working with as an actor. That's the only way you're going to be able to communicate with an audience. However, that communication can be extremely subtle. It can be the blink of an eye or a sideways glance. Whatever you can communicate to an audience, that's what you need to work on as a craft. And as Spencer Tracy once said, acting is great, but don't get caught doing it. And so that's the third element of acting, is being so good at it that people don't know that you're acting. That was my favorite definition of acting. What is your favorite definition of acting? Is there some phrase that you like to use when you think about acting? Write it down in the comments below because I would love to hear what you have to say. And because you are an augmented actor like me, you probably want to tell the world about it. And I have a line of t-shirts that you might be interested in wearing to let everybody know that you're an augmented actor. There's links down below, or you can just go to the Augmented Actor website and get more information there. Thank you for joining me today. There are some other videos you might want to catch while you're here. You might as well watch something else, right? And I hope to see you next time. Keep up the good acting work.